Hello everyone, my name is PlasmaMuffin and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2. In this video I'm going to play as the Artificer and try and unlock some of the new skill thingies. I think that's what I did last video. But also I'm going to be I guess giving some news about the channel. First off, I'm going to see what the skill thingy is. 20 enemies and full defeat the teleport boss in 1 second burst of damage. Okay. So, you may have noticed that there are not very many videos lately, and Magic Maker in particular has been gone for like a month or two. And the reason for that is because I've kind of run out of motivation. I would like to make more videos. In particular, I'd like to make more Hollow Knight randomness videos, but unfortunately, I just don't have the motivation to do so. Like, I have ideas, and I know how to implement those ideas, but whenever I go to do it, I just think of all the work that's going to be involved, and I just can't force myself to do it. Particularly with the videos that require a lot of editing, like Hollow Knight. And also, I haven't been feeling like playing Magic Maker lately. I guess I'm being a little burnt out on it. But I do plan to make a Halloween video, which is going to be, I think, in Magic Maker. Yeah, so that's why there hasn't been very many videos lately, just because I've run out of motivation. I'd like to make more, but unfortunately, I'm not able to. Also, I've also been kind of distracted with other things as well. For example, I've been playing Crosscode and RLcraft a lot lately. And, if you don't know what those are, Crosscode is a game that I've been playing. I haven't made any videos on it, but yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that. And it's a long game, so I've been playing that a lot, and I haven't been recording it. Because I usually like my first playthroughs of games to not be recorded, just because it's more fun for me that way. I've also been playing RLcraft, which is a Minecraft mod pack that's very popular lately. Did I mention this in the... I think I mentioned a lot of this in the last video, but that's okay. So, holy cow. Why are you all machine gunning me? That's rude. See, I've been kind of tired and burnt out lately, which is not fun, because it's not even like I don't want to make the videos. I really want to make the videos. I guess I don't have the willpower to do it. It just, like, for my Hollow Knight videos, I've got a couple editing files for them that I've been working on, but, every time I go to open them, I just think about all the work that's gonna be needed just to do the next little bit. Oh, hello. Actually, that could be really good for my, like, first ability. But yeah, because there's a lot of work involved, and I'm not even sure exactly what I want to do necessarily with like the next scenes and stuff. So yeah, I've been having trouble with that. Also, RLcraft it's this Minecraft mod pack. It's really popular. It's very difficult, but it's fun, and I've been playing it lately, and I haven't been recording that either. I'd like to do some recording of it, but I'd have to do it really slowly. Like, I actually tried to record it a while back, but it didn't work out. And playthrough would be a lot slower than if I just played it offline. I don't really have the patience for that right now. Bless me. That's actually a problem, is that I don't have the patience to wait to play more of the game until I've uploaded the last video. So like, if I'm just playing a game, then all I have to do is just play the game. I can play it whatever I want to for however long I like. But if I'm not playing it, or if I'm playing it and I'm recording it, then then I have to record everything I do, unless I want huge gaps in between each episode, which I don't want. So I have to record everything I do, and I also have to, after I record it, then, so every like 20 or 30 minutes of gameplay I have to stop, go upload that video. Sometimes I have to edit them too, which makes it take 2 or 3 times as long as it otherwise would. And then I have to upload it, wait for it to upload, and then finally once it's uploaded, then I can make the next video. I've tried just like stacking episodes, like just recording a bunch of episodes in a row and then uploading them all in a row, but that doesn't work because I just end up with a huge backlog of videos. That's actually what happened with the Spirit mod, is I tried to record a bunch at one time, and I recorded like, I don't know, 10 episodes. Some of them actually didn't render properly, and so they were unusable. Some of them, I just ended up with like 15 videos. They're taking up a huge amount of space on my computer, and I couldn't use them. Like, I couldn't upload them as fast as I wanted to, because I had to go through them and make sure everything was up to my low standards, and maybe edit some of them, stuff like that. So that was hard, and then eventually just back, and while, like, I was uploading, like, I don't know, maybe once every week. I think I did that back then. That was my original plan, to upload once a week on Fridays or Saturdays or something. But I had to stop doing that because I just couldn't keep that up. But I just ended up, while I was only uploading once a week, but I was still recording videos every like, I don't know, a couple days or so, every day or two. I don't remember exactly, but it was a lot more often than once a week. And so the backlog was just getting bigger and bigger, and eventually I was just like, I can't do this. Also, my microphone quality was really poor, so the videos were hard to, honestly kind of hard to watch. They're not my best videos by far. Okay, that did way too much damage. Definitely not my best videos on the channel by far. Even I don't really like watching them, which is saying something. Like, if you don't like to watch your own videos, then they're probably not very good. But, so yeah, that was a problem. So I was having trouble with that. So I can't do big backlogs, but if I don't do that, then I have to wait a long time. I'm gonna die. Then I have to wait a long time to upload, or to play the game, and I don't like doing that. It'd be a lot easier if I had better internet, which is unfortunately impossible right now, because of where we live. Also, my computer has been getting really full. Like, I have very little free space on my computer. Right now I've got like 2 gigabytes, and I'm recording a Risk of Rain video, which tends to be huge. That's basically an extreme sport. I think I used that joke in the last video too. I don't have very many jokes, I'm just kidding. I like recycling. More eco-friendly that way. But yeah, so that's why that's something that's been keeping me from recording as much as I would like to, is because unless I upload the video right after I record it, which means I would have to record it at nighttime, which I mean, that wouldn't be too much of a problem, but usually, like, when I have the opportunity to use the internet, I prefer to use it for watching videos rather than making and uploading them. And, I'm surprised I didn't die there. I'm happy about it. But I keep losing my train of thought so easily. It's kind of might be annoying to listen to as well, I don't know. Let's see, I was talking about... oh yeah, uploading. So, I have slow internet, and I also have a, very full computer. It doesn't look like either of those things are going to be changing soon. So yeah, that's the 10-minute explanation as to why I haven't been uploading recently, and exactly what the problems are, in case you're curious. Get all these dudes bunched up. Actually, if I could get them all bunched up and do that multi-kill thing, I might be able to get the achievement. This isn't enough, but I'll try to get it later. I've been trying to get that achievement with the mercenary, where you complete a prismatic trial without falling below 100% health. That is impossible, because the only way to do it without just completely avoiding all damage is you need to get shield generators, because the shield generators don't count as max health, they count with more than your max health, and barrier does too, so you need either a shield generator or topaz brooch. But the problem with that is they don't give you very much. The topaz brooch in particular, they've nerfed it, and like, it was already pretty weak if you only have one, but they nerfed it in the last update, which actually added, I think that was the update that added skills 2.0, and so now, a weird thing about barrier is that it seems to go down faster the less you have. So if you have, like, your max health in barrier, like if you have 100 max health and you get 100 barrier on top of that, it goes down really slowly. But if you have 100 max health and only 5 barrier, it goes down incredibly quickly. So basically, unless you kill a huge group of enemies all at once, it's impossible to get any decent amount of barrier. And another problem is that the bosses in the prismatic trials are incredibly overpowered. Like for this current one, the first boss is a horde of Elder Lemurians. And sometimes they're blazing Elder Lemurians. And that's on the very first level. Literally the very first level. It's absolutely insane. Like, there's no... like, just dealing with that... even with a ranged character like the Commando, this challenge would be almost impossible. And with the prismatic trials, you only get one level layout every 2 or 3 days. Because that's how long it takes the prismatic trials to reset. I'm just killing things instead of getting blue. I should change that. But the prismatic trial level is set, so every 3 days there's a new level, and it stays there for 3 days. So if you get a bad level, then you have to wait 3 days to get a better one. And alternatively, if you get a good level, you have 3 days to complete the trial on the challenge on that level before you have to start over with the new level, which is really horrible, actually. I Like, if it was just a normal, complete a stage without falling below 100% health, that wouldn't be too bad, because I actually did manage to beat the first stage of some of the Prismatic Trials without falling below 100% health a couple times. But you have to beat 2 stages without getting hurt, basically. And also, the boss of the second level in this current Prismatic Trial and the last one was an overloading Magma Worm. Magma Worms in and of themselves are difficult to hit, and they're terrible for melee characters, as are pretty much any boss, but the overloading prefix, that means that it has half of its health as shield. So you have to constantly damage it if you want to prevent it from just healing back up. And as a melee character, plus the fact that it likes to play around inside the ground where you can't hit it, or up on the ceiling, that basically makes it impossible to kill. And all that, plus the fact that you can't take very much damage, if any damage at all, that makes it literally impossible, effectively. Like, it's one of those things that theoretically is possible, like a coin landing on heads 700 times in a row, but it's effectively impossible, because it's really only possible theoretically. I did manage to kill one of the overloading worms. Like, here's the thing, I actually tried this trial, this current one, because it actually seemed doable. On the first level you get a shield generator and a topaz brooch, which was really helpful actually. So I thought, hey, maybe I actually have a chance this time. Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention that the very first level in this current trial is the lava level, the underground depths, or forgotten depths, or whatever they're called. It's the lava level, and so that means imps, which not only teleport and make you bleed, well, they not only teleport, but they make you bleed, so it's incredibly difficult to avoid taking heavy amounts of damage. I'm really progressing way too slowly, because I'm getting distracted by talking. Let's go get some loot. But yeah, so yeah, it spawns imps on the very first level. It also spawns Lemurians, which is a pain, because those, they can shoot fireballs at you. And so basically the only abilities you can really practically use are your last two, which have long cooldowns, like 5 seconds, so that sucks. And you also have to avoid taking damage, of course. And then you get these ridiculous bosses. Like, honestly, I think that whole idea, the whole challenge is just a bad idea. I think it was just, it's just bad. The Huntress has one challenge where she has to complete Rally Point Delta without losing health, and that's doable because you can lose health on the first 2 stages and only have to avoid losing health once you're on the 3rd stage, so you have time to get items. You don't have that option in the with the Mercenary trial. With the Mercenaries trial, you have to take no damage for 2 whole stages in a row, and the stages only reset every 2 or 3 days. And you're a melee class. Like, it's basically impossible unless you get a Topaz Brooch or Shield Generator 3D printer on the very first level, and even then it's incredibly difficult. Like the last one, there's a Shield Generator 3D printer on the first level, but it was still impossible because the boss of the second stage was an overloading magma. And yeah, the Prismatic Trials are 2 stages, and then there's the fact that you can't just activate the teleporter, you have to break all the crystals. I don't even get the Prismatic Trials. Like, I don't know why they added those weird crystals. Like, what's, like, the idea of having a challenge that has a set stage for everyone to play on. Like, I like that. I think it's cool because it allows a way to compete with other players without having to play together, without having to do multiplayer or anything, which is great for my internet because it's not very good. And you also get, it's also just a fun thing, you know? But I don't get why they have the crystals that you have to destroy. Like, why would they make you destroy 3 crystals before you can activate the teleporter? Like, I guess that's to prevent people from rushing the teleporter, but you're gonna die if you do that anyway. Because trying to fight a boss with no items is effectively impossible. I tried that with all the different classes a while back, and almost none of them made it to the second stage. So yeah, I don't know why that's even a thing. And also, the crystals explode when you destroy them. The Mercenary, again, is a melee class. So you have to be invincible when you destroy the crystals. You have to use either your shift or R, your 3rd or 4th abilities, to actually destroy the crystals. Otherwise, they'll hurt you and will fail the challenge. So yeah, the whole thing is just very poorly thought out. They should have just made it so you only had to beat one stage without falling below 100% health. Because that would be doable, you know? Personally, I think the whole... And, like, the fact that it's prismatic trials... Like, if it was completing one stage, that would be difficult. If it was completing 2 stages, that would suck, but it would be doable. But the fact that they do the prismatic trials, and that for some reason, the bosses of the prismatic trials seem to always be overpowered elite enemies, even when you've only been playing the game for like 2 minutes and you're still on easy mode. Like, just everything combined just makes it not good. I mean, I've heard that the skill isn't even that good anyway. It looks really cool from what I've seen in videos. But I've heard it isn't even all that good because it replaces your R. Like, it gives you a range attack, but it replaces your invincibility that the R gives you, so I've heard that's a problem. So yeah, I just don't like the prismatic trials. And that's just the mercenaries skill unlock. There's others that are almost as difficult. I don't think any of them are that difficult. I think that's definitely the most difficult of all of the unlocks. But like for the commando, holy phoebus, there's a lot of golems. For the commando, one of the unlocks was you had to complete 20 stages without using lunar items. Like, I never use lunar items anyway, but completing 20 stages in a row, in one run, is incredibly hard. Like, there is an achievement for that a while back. Well, I mean, it's still there, it's just I've already gotten it. It unlocks the 57-leaf clover, and you have to complete 20 stages in one run without dying to get it. And so that takes a long time. Like, even just factoring, like, if you just rush each teleporter takes, like, what, a minute and a half? More than a minute and a half to do that, so whatever, like, a minute and a half times 20 is, it's like the minimum time if you hit the teleporter as soon as you enter the stage, and left the teleporter as soon as you finish charging. So even that's not possible, so... Basically, that one took forever, but it was doable. And honestly, a lot of the new skills are kind of underwhelming. Like, the commandos are, you throw a grenade, but, and, like, grenades are cool, but the grenade doesn't stun things, I don't think. I don't know, it never get it hit anything. That's the problem with the grenades, it doesn't hit things very well. Like, it bounces and rolls off of everything you throw it at, including enemies! So it only explodes after timer, I think. So you have to... And it goes really far. Like, that's about as far as it goes. It's very long range, and it only explodes after it's had enough time to reach that point from throwing it. So, since it bounces off literally every single thing that exists in this game, it's completely useless, because you can never hit anything with it. Like, even if you get a bunch of mobs all grouped up, you throw it at them, it'll just bounce off and not hit them. Like, I don't know why they thought that was okay. And then Rex only gets, like, 1 new skill. Artificer gets 3, but Rex only gets 1. That basically makes his second ability not work very well. Basically turns it into a version of the Huntress's arrow rain that takes more health. So yeah, a lot of the skills, I feel like a lot of the skills were just I feel like they were just like put there just for the sake of completion, just because they wanted every new class to have at least 1 skill, but they just couldn't think of enough skills for all the classes, so they just came up with something random. I feel like that's what happened, honestly. I feel like that's what happened with the unlocks, too. Like, for the Huntress, to unlock one of the Huntress's skills, you gotta play as the Huntress and get 12 crowbars at once. Like, why specifically 12, and why crowbars? Like, if it has something to do with the Huntress, I guess it makes sense. But it's just kind of a weird way to unlock things. It makes sense for, like, to unlock all the new character skins, you have to obliterate yourself at the obelisk on Monsoon with that character. So that's, that makes sense, honestly. I get that, but I just don't get all the others. I don't know why they made him like that. I just stood still and let that guy hit me. I apologize if all this ranting has been annoying. I just needed somewhere to, I guess, get it off my chest. Because, yeah, it's been kind of annoying. But I really do wish I could make more videos faster, because I love making videos, I just can't right now. It's incredibly annoying, because I really want to, but I can't. Like, I mean, normally I'm kind of lazy, but it's never been quite this bad. Like, I can't get anything done. Like, this is easy, because all it requires me to do is play the game, which is fun. It takes almost no effort. But even this is kind of difficult, and that's why I haven't been recording much lately, is because even this, I have to upload it, and that's a problem, because it takes forever. YouTube hates letting me do it, because I have slow internet, so sometimes it'll time out while I'm uploading the video. Like, before the video's even finished uploading, it'll tell me that it's timed out, and I need to start over. I mean, you don't have to re-upload any of the video. Like, if you've already uploaded a video and then it times out, or if you've uploaded half a video and it times out, then you don't have to, like, start over from scratch. Because that would just make it impossible to upload bigger videos. But you do have to... It's kind of just funky. You have to finagle with it, and it's difficult to get it to work. It's just oh yeah, another thing I actually wanted to talk about was... Holy cow, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Well, I want to get a new computer. Actually, I want to build a new computer. Like, I want to get all the parts and then put it together and stuff. So I don't know much about computers, and I figure building one will give me a lot of experience and knowledge and stuff, and I learn a bit more about computers. Only problem is, I don't know anything about computers, so I don't know which parts are good, what prices are good for which parts. I don't know which parts I should get first. I don't know anything. Like, all I know is that I need a bunch of different parts, but I don't know how good each different part is. I don't know which kinds to get. I don't know how much each of these parts costs, how much is a good price and how much isn't for these parts. So, yeah. Also, it's gonna cost a lot of money, so that's gonna be interesting. But, like, even if I had... Whoa! I am at 22 health points, that's not good. Even if I had, like, infinite money, I still wouldn't know where to start with this. So, if you guys could, like, give me some... If any of you know anything about computers, building computers specifically, and you can give me some advice, that would be really appreciated. Like, what kind of parts are, like, pretty cheap but decent? Which kind of parts should I get? What's a good price for different parts? Like, I guess I should give you an idea of how good of a computer I want. Like, I don't need, like, the best computer that can run, I don't know, Ark Survival, or whatever that game is. I've heard it's real graphics intensive. I don't need to run that game at 700 FPS at max settings, 4K, HD, etc. But basically the kind of computer I want is I want one that can run Dark Souls 3 on default settings with no lag, or very little lag. Because currently, my computer, magma worms, they would be a fun boss if they actually attack you, but they just go in and out of the ground at random spots on the map. Sometimes they just hang around at the top, bottom of the map and don't do anything. Like, it's like they don't even care that you're here. They don't attack you at all. I've got sidetracked again. But, like, right now my current computer can run Dark Souls 3 at absolute bare minimum graphics settings, like 600 by 400 resolution. At most, 30 FPS. Like, that's the most it ever stays stable at. Usually I have less than that. Well, sometimes I can get more than 30 FPS, but not most of the time. Most of the time I get, like, 20 FPS or less. And with Dark Souls, that's not really very good. I did manage to actually beat the game with those levels of lag. How did I heal up so much? I mean, I'm not complaining, but... Oh, I killed a bunch of things in the monster tooth heal, didn't I? I bet that's what happened. Well, that's great. But yeah, so I'd like to be able to run Dark Souls 3 at like, let's say a consistent 40 FPS on default settings for as cheap as possible. So, like, I need to know, like, what kind of parts I should be getting and what good prices are for those. Like, so, like, I've heard that, I think the i7, Intel i7 processor is good, and then there's like an AMD something or other, whatever, that's good. I don't know how good they are. I'm pretty sure they're better than what I have. I think I have like an Intel i5 something or other for my processor. Holy cow, stop doing so much damage! I hate the imps. The imps are, they just suck because they hit you multiple times and each hit inflicts another level of bleeding on you. So, after one combo, you're taking massive damage over time from them. And they can teleport, so they're hard to hit. And it's easy for them to catch up to you, so you can't really outrun them. They were like one of my least favorite enemies in the first game, and they're even worse now. I really don't like the electric prefix. That's just... I'm fine with it. Like, I think it should just be the way it was in Risk of Rain 1. That prefix. Oh my gosh. Brittle Crown. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. It just doesn't work. But yeah, the electric elites are just not cool, because they don't really feel electric. Like, they have shields, which ended up... Like, I'm fine with making there be some elite that has shields, but making them the electric ones doesn't really fit the theme. And the fact that they also have double damage, because they basically have sticky bombs, Which doesn't feel like electricity at all, but okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Like, if they just separated, if they just made shielded elites their own elites, and then made electricity elites work like they did in Risk of Rain 1, that would be great. But unfortunately they don't. Or they didn't, rather. Ow! That was actually a lot of knockback! He pushed me away from all the other mobs, that's cool. Yeah, if any of you know anything about computers, then a little help and advice on that subject would be very much appreciated. Oh, come on! And if I do get a better computer, then I would be able to upload videos more, and I would be able to upload more types of videos, because, one, I'd have more room for recordings, like more hard drive space, or disk space, or whatever you call it. So I'd have more room for, especially long recordings. Holy cow! How did they do that much damage in one hit? Did I just get hit by like 17 different projectiles at once? I feel like I got hit by 17 different projectiles at once. Side note, I love this stage and the music. It's real great. I just can't get enough money here. I need better items. I need more items. I need better and more items. More better items. Apologize for all that being super long-winded. I'm not very good at concising things. Well, I'm good at concising things when I'm writing, but in talking, I'm not good at that. I tend to go off on tangents a lot. And it annoys me too, because holy cow! Because I want to get to the point, get things done and all that. It's just my brain just goes from one thing to another real fast. I think I actually might have a little bit of ADHD, honestly. But since I died, I think that's a good time to end the episode off. Also, I'm probably running low on disk space. So, yeah, that is basically what's going on with the channel, why I haven't been uploading, and what's been going on in my life lately. I'm kind of tired right now. My brain is just not working. Like, my thoughts, whichever ones I manage to actually have, they're all over the place. And I've never been good at outros. I'm never sure what to say. I'm never sure exactly when to end it. So I always end up with some awkward thing like this. But, yeah, I'm gonna make a Halloween video. I'm trying to, like, sum up everything I said in this video. I'm gonna make a Halloween Magic Maker video. It's gonna be uploaded on Halloween. Or, well, roughly on Halloween. It might be uploaded slightly before or after. I don't know. But, I'm tired. That's it. Bye.